is my third time filming it because I haven't said this in the order that I wanted to say it in. Actually, the first time my card got full, then anyways. Hi guys, today we're doing a pregnancy update and gender reveal. I posted the gender on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. If you want pregnancy stuff, I post it all on Instagram pretty much. But I thought I'd make an official video here on Instagram too. So I am almost 20 weeks, but we found out the gender at 9 weeks with a blood test. It's not the one the doctor does. We did this one online. Sneak peek, I'll leave a link below. Basically, they send you a kit, you take your own blood, you fill up this vial, you send the kit back, and if there are Y chromosomes, I believe it is, you're having a boy. It's just, if you're having a boy, you'll have the Y chromosomes in your blood. If you're having a girl, you will not. I think it's Y. And so we got the results back, we found out the gender, and it's a pretty accurate test, but at 15 weeks we had an ultrasound and she confirmed the gender there too. So here is the gender with a little preface of my sister-in-law and I did a combined gender reveal. She is 6 weeks ahead of me. We found out when we were on vacation that we were both pregnant. It ended up that they were here in town at a great time for a wedding. Anyway, so we did this combined one. Here's our combined gender reveal.
On go. On one or on go?
We're doing it on go. Okay, ready? Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1, go!
And we're having a boy, which is quite shocking because I definitely thought it was a girl. Like, I just hardcore thought it was a girl. And it was a little like, whoa, because I had planned in my brain girl. And then it was like, no, it's a boy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, a boy, what do I do with a boy? We're pretty sure we know the name. We've known our names for actually many years. Especially this one, we really love it. So our whole family and close friends had known the name for a very long time too. And we haven't really been calling him by that name, but everyone else does. And it kind of solidifies like, okay, yeah, we really like this name. Sometimes, there's been a couple times I've called him by his name, but most of the time I just call him baby boy. I don't know why, I just have a hard time audibly saying his name when he's in the womb still. We're not gonna officially set it in stone until he's born. We have another boy name we really like. So once he's born, we'll officially make the decision, but we're pretty sure we know what it is. So almost 20 weeks, feeling really good. I was actually told my midwife a couple weeks ago that I said, I don't really feel pregnant anymore. I feel like I've lost all my symptoms. Can you just like make sure everything's good, that he's still in there, all is good. So she did the Doppler and found his heartbeat and everything was fine. I had felt like everything was gone. Like I'm just like, I'm not pregnant anymore. One of the things was like, all my first trimester and a lot of my second trimester, just my hunger has been crazy. But the past 2 weeks, it's just kind of gone back to normal to the point where like I forget that I need to eat kind of. Like I get to the point where my stomach is kind of growling and I'm like, oh crap, I need to feed the baby and whatnot. So my midwife says like, you should be kind of grazing and eating every 2 hours because the baby is hungry and needs it. You can't hear him crying, but he needs it and he's hungry. Anyways, appetite hasn't been as intense as it was before. And just eating a good normal amount, feeling lots of kicks and movements. Started to feel the first like flutters around 14 weeks, and then at like 17 and a half felt what I thought was a kick, and now I feel what I thought was a kick quite often. So confirmed lots of kicks going on in there. I haven't seen or felt any kicks from the outside, but definitely can feel them, and he's still very low. I look forward to like when he's a little bit taller and higher up and you know, just getting bigger, and then he'll be really kicking and moving. But definitely feel like I have to pee all the time, and I can tell, you know, as my bladder gets more full and room kind of runs out in there throughout the day as I eat more, just is like squishing my bladder more and more. So that's quite uncomfortable. Sleeping really good ever since I got the pregnancy pillow and started taking my magnesium. I had the normal magnesium powder that was unflavored, and I just despise the taste of it, so I got the one that's flavored that has a tiny bit of stevia in it, and I really like it. So I actually definitely overdid it a little bit, and it kind of messed with my bowel movements. So that was interesting. Had to cut back, and now taking a little bit more of a normal amount. but at least I enjoy the taste, and I take it right before bed, and it's kind of my nightly, like, I love this kind of beverage. Some other things I'm doing daily, like just for pregnancy, I eat 2 eggs a day, every day. My midwife highly recommends this, and I've done a lot of research, and it's a great thing for the baby. All those healthy fats and the vitamins and the nutrients that eggs have, and we get our eggs local from a really great farm. So I eat 2 eggs a day. I cook in cast iron to up my iron levels. I do that just for pregnancy. I got a smaller cast iron pan. We have really big cast iron ones, but they're harder to clean and just a little bit more of a hassle. So I got a smaller one that I love. I do that just for pregnancy. I drink my raspberry leaf tea pretty much every day. That's supposed to help your uterus and really prepare it for labor. I try to go on a really long walk every day and do squats. And every night I do stretches, as far as just like stretches like Indians, sitting very Indian style and doing deep breathing and doing a lot of elevator Kegels. If you don't know what those are, you can look those up. Great for getting all those muscles down there worked for labor. I do a lot of like, not downward dog, but like laying down downward dog, just to kind of help my lower back muscles, because those have been hurting really bad. And I'm gonna start going to the chiropractor next week very regularly to get prepared for labor. Take all my vitamins. If you want to know the vitamins I take, it's on my Instagram under the pregnancy highlight. I take a lot. I don't take one specific prenatal. I take a big array of specific vitamins. Still drinking a lot of juice and doing that, as juice and all those vegetables and micronutrients are great for the baby. My heart rate is quite a bit faster than it was before pregnancy, but that's normal. Your blood, your heart and your whole body is pumping so much more blood than it was previously. So I try to drink a ton of water, and when I don't drink a lot of water, I can feel it. One day my heart rate was really high, and I was on my way to church, and I just was like, whoa, I don't feel very good. Stopped at my parents' house. Their home is on the way to church, and just lay down and drink a bunch of water, and it came down and I felt a lot better. So trying to remember to drink a lot of water. I do drink quite a bit, but sometimes I forget. I have bought a lot of maternity clothes, not a lot, but like a good core amount of maternity clothes. 3 pairs of jeans, like 5 black shirts that are just these black shirts. And that's been my outfits lately, all from Gap, no not Gap, Old Navy. Bought everything for like under 10 bucks when there was sales going on. This scarf I got as well. And I got this puffy jacket since I'll be pregnant for a lot of winter. I don't know how I feel about it actually, because it's like got these weird cinches back here, and it's not like that flattering, but I feel like my bump hasn't grown a whole lot actually from like weeks 14 to now. If I eat a bunch of food, obviously it's huge, because that's just eating a lot of food, but he's still pretty small that the bump doesn't really grow that much, especially aside from the initial like, whoa, my uterus and everything is bigger. I feel like it hasn't grown that much, and it probably won't until like 24 weeks, 22, 23, 24 weeks. I've heard there's like a big pop at that moment too. So for now it's just kind of like, okay, it's there. In the mornings it's really quite flat. Not flat, but it's just not like really sticking out. My baby shower's in a little over a month, which it's a little earlier than most would do it. I don't know. It always, I feel like baby showers just depend on timing as far as life. We didn't want to have it anywhere near the holidays, as those weekends are crazy booked. December's all the way booked. I didn't want to have it in January because I just felt like that was too close to the baby being due. He's due early February. And so that left November, and November was really booked and crazy already. And so it's that first week in November that really is the only time that worked. So how many weeks will I be? Like 25 weeks? I don't know. It actually is really great timing, because it'll give us time, like, okay, this is what we have and this is what we still need to get as far as all that stuff. But the baby shower, oh my gosh, you guys, we're having it in our barn, our really old barn, timber barn, with twinkly lights and a fire. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing ever. I'm so excited for it. I'll make a full video and document that hardcore, because it's gonna be adorable. It'll be like our wedding, round 2, baby style. I eat chocolate every day too, which is great for the baby. And chocolate is high in iron, if you didn't know. Dark chocolate, I eat a brick, this little brick every night, and I really enjoy that. It's quite yummy. So that's just for the baby. I didn't normally eat chocolate before pregnancy. I'm not craving any sweets as far as cravings go. I like everything spicy. The spicier the better. I can take like triple the amount of sriracha that I could before. I love spicy. I can eat jalapenos like whole. If it's spicy, I love it. Haven't had any like pregnancy hormone or pregnancy headaches yet, which I'm really thankful for. Headaches, I just hate headaches. I never grew up having headaches, so whenever I get one, it's just like, this is miserable. This is so miserable. Oh, one thing I was shocked by was, I normally have terrible fall allergies for like a good month, 2 months. And this year I had it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and now I don't have any. I can totally breathe, all is good. So that's a huge plus, that I just don't have any kind of nasal stuff. Hi, Lauren. Any kind of nasal stuff yet. I might get it later on. I'm really curious to see what happens later on in my pregnancy. Like, am I gonna swell up like crazy? Yeah. I'm curious to see what will happen later on. So far, I've handled pregnancy pretty well. There's been a few emotional breakdowns, but I can't control my emotions, okay? Sometimes it just happens. Health-wise, I feel really good. I'm 19 weeks and like 5 days. Yeah, I bet I'll look back on this video and be like, oh, look at me pregnant. When I have more babies, you know? So, let's make sure we get a good bump date. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!